Okay, so first of all in this video I'm going to be showing you how to create a highlighted intersecting region. In this sheet is a copy of the same data, and the first thing I'm going to do is to create the drop-down boxes by going to Data and Data Validation and then allowing only values from a list. And then the list is going to be all of the compounds. Then enter and OK. And now I have a drop-down box with all of the compounds. I'm going to do the same thing for the dates. So go to Data Validation and allow only values from a list. And this time the list is going to be all of the dates. Then enter and OK. And now I have a drop-down box with all of the dates. I just need to format these so they are in the short date format. The next step is to apply conditional formatting. So I'm going to select the whole of the table and go to conditional formatting and new rule. And then select use a formula to determine which cells to format. Then the formula I'm going to use is equals or open brackets. With conditional formatting, it's important to start in the topmost left-handed cell, which in this case is A5. And I'm going to apply the formatting when this is equal to this compound. Now, in order to find the compound, I need the conditional formatting to always be looking in this row here. So to get it to always be looking in row 5, I'm going to put a $sign in front of the 5 in the formula. That way, the conditional formatting will still be looking in row 5 when the formatting is applied down the table. That's the first logical argument. I'm then going to put in a comma, and the second logical argument is again going to start with a 5, but this time it's going to be equal to this date. Now all of the dates are in column A, so in order to get the conditional formatting to always be looking in column A, I need to put a $sign in front of the A in the formula. Then I'm going to close brackets and select some formatting. I'm going to make the fill yellow and OK again. And now the conditional formatting has been applied, and I can change which cells are highlighted by changing the values in the drop-down box. This is most useful when looking at a very large table, when it's difficult to follow the line with your eye. Now, if you are interested, the OR formula works because it checks whether any of the arguments are true and returns true or false, and returns false only if all arguments are false. So, for example, if I put in the logical argument 1 equals 2, and then put in 1 equals 2 again for the second logical argument, obviously both of these are incorrect, so when I press enter, it's going to give me a false value. If I click and drag this down, I can edit this, so I can change it to 1 equals 1 and 2 equals 2. So now both of these are correct. It's going to give me a true value. I can also change just one of these, so I can make this 2 equals 2. So now the first argument is false, but the second argument is true, so the OR formula is going to give me a true value, because for the OR formula only one of the arguments needs to be correct in order to get a true value. Now, when using the OR formula in conditional formatting, it's basically looking for the compound or the date. So it's looking to see if this compound here matches this compound here, then highlight the whole of this column, or if this date here matches this date here, highlight the whole of this row. Also, if I add in a duplicate value here, it will highlight both of them. Okay, so in this video I have shown you how to highlight an intersecting range in Excel, and that is everything.